What's good? Today I have a very quick video because frankly this install is gonna be fairly quick. This might possibly be the quickest installation that you have ever done on your Q50 or Q60. As you can see, the box is already open. I tossed out the nice styrofoam packaging and we're just gonna get right into it. Alright, so in order to do the job, these are the tools that I'm gonna use. I'm using the power tool to actually back out the bolts and to slightly run them down. You're gonna use a 12mm for the 3 bolts common to the diff. I'm using an extension, a 9/16 socket for the supplied bolt and nut. You're gonna use a 9/16 box end wrench to hold the nut while you drive the 9/16 bolt from the front, and a torque wrench. If you don't have a torque wrench, I highly recommend you guys get one. You don't really want to crack the case on the diff, so just be very careful how you run these down. If you have some blue Loctite laying around, it's also a good measure to actually use that. Now, to hold the nut, you can actually use a box end wrench or some type of adjustable wrench that's gonna fit back there. I also want to add, if you have a washer laying around, add another washer to the back side common to the nut. It's gonna help distribute the load of the fastener. Again, I'm gonna give you guys a 5% discount. All I ask for you guys is to hit the like button. Just make sure to use the code ZillaFullBoost at checkout on PrideAutoLLC.com. Let's get into the install. If your car is at stock ride height, I'm pretty sure you don't even have to lift the car up. I'm on super downs and I'm gonna be able to do this without even having to jack the car up. Although it will be easier if you do so. So all I have to do is take off those 3 12mm bolts from the bottom. Now you're gonna put the supplied bolt through the hole. Alright, so I ran down the 3 bolts that are common to the diff and the diff brace, and as well as the long bolt that's supplied with the kit. You want to put the lock washer on the bolt side because you're going to be driving in the bolt from the front while you're holding the nut in the back. At least that's how I found it easier. So I ended up lifting up the car. I wanted to first show you how easy it is, that you don't really even need to lift up the vehicle. But I lifted up the car now because I want to do this properly and torque everything down with the torque wrench. So I need the ground clearance to use this tool. So for the top bolt, you're going to want to torque that down to 25 foot-pounds, and the ones common to the diff, they're going to be 20 foot-pounds. If you do not have a torque wrench, I highly recommend you purchase one, because for things like this, it's kind of important not to over torque these bolts here and crack the case. Just common practice as well, whenever you have a lock washer or any washer in general, you want to put the washer on the side that you're going to drive in. So for the most part, we always loosen and tighten via the nuts. So that's where you would commonly find a lot of washers. In this case, we're driving the bolt side, so we're going to have the lock washer underneath the bolt. And it's very important to actually have a lock washer on this setup, so the lock washer is actually going to restrain the bolt or the nut from backing out due to the normal vibration that the cars have. Well, there you have it, guys. I'm going to do a review video on this mount as well as the transmission mount coming up, so stay tuned. Thanks again for watching, guys.